1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Banjo Land, Mike Heading here. Today I've got two solos to the classic bluegrass song, 9-Pound Hammer in the key of A. The first solo is going to be kind of more of a basic version that stays pretty close to the melody. The second version we're going to look at inserting some kind of bluesy licks into our solo, and how do we do that. I'm going to break down the whole thing note for note and then talk about, how I made my arrangement, and then we're going to do a whole lesson on how to play backup to this song. Alright, so here's 9-Pound Hammer in the key of A. Alright, let me break down the first three measures of 9-Pound Hammer. Remember, I've got my capo on the 2nd fret. We're going to be playing out of the key of G, but it's going to sound like the key of A. I just put it into the key of A. It makes it maybe a little more jam-friendly for the mandos and fiddles. But you could easily play this solo out of the key of G or, B flat or B, wherever you want to put your capo. Alright, here we go. More time. 1. Okay, so let's break down this arrangement. So we're going to start with the pickup. I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can do a pickup on this one. For the tab, I wrote kind of more of what I would call a rolling pickup. We're going to kind of roll into it. So we're going to start on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and we're going to do a 2 to 3 slide while doing a forward roll. So I'm going to do thumb, index, middle with my right hand. Strings 3, 2, 1. So I'm going 1. So it's on beat 2. 1, 2, and 3. One more time. 1. So I'm lining that slide up. 2 and 3. And then I'm going to go back to the open 3rd string with my index finger of my right hand. So I'm doing 2 and 3 and. So T-I-M-I there. And then I'm going to land down on the 2nd fret of the 4th string with the thumb of my right hand. That's going to be a quarter note. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then I'm going to pinch the open 3rd string and 1st string for the beat 1 of measure 2. So it sounds like this. 1. Give beat 4 plenty of measure. I also recommend counting beat 1. So you say 1. That really helps you, kind of get the timing of it so you don't jump in too early. So one more pickup you could do that's probably a little bit closer to the melody would be just playing the open 4th string twice and then hitting that 2nd fret on beat 4. So instead of doing that rolling pickup, we're just going to go 1. That's just probably, straight melody. This 9-pound hammer. So if you want to get a little bit closer to the melody or do something a little simpler, that's something you could do. Okay, so one more time. Here's measure 1. 1. So then we're going to pinch on beat 1 of measure 2. And then we're going to do a 2-5 slide. So your 2nd finger's right there on the 2nd fret. And then we're going to slide it from 2 to 5 on the 4th string while doing a forward roll. Strings 4, 3, 1. So T-I-M. Same timing as measure 2, or as measure 1, excuse me. We're pinching on beat 1, and then we're rolling on beat 2. 2 and 3. Then we're going to go up to the 5th string and do 5, 3, 1. So we're doing a pinch and then 2 forward rolls. We're going to do this a bunch in this song. Another way you could do it is you could also just hit the open 3rd string. But that pinch just gives it a little more pop. The other thing you could do is you could roll at the beginning of it if you wanted to. You could go. So instead of doing a pinch there, I did open 3rd string and open 2nd string. And then I rolled. So we're going to use that a lot. We're going to use that rolling thing a lot in this song. So that's a couple variations you can use. You can pinch. You can play the single note. pinch though, because it kind of pops out that first melody note. That's up to you to see what you like. So here's measure 3. We're going to hit open 5th string, open 1st string, and then do a 2-3 slide on the 3rd string. So it's kind of the opposite of an alternating thumb roll. I'm going T, M, T, I with the slide. So, and then I'm going to do basically that same thing again. Open 5th string, open 1st string, and then I'm going to do a 3-2 pull off. Open 1st string. So I did T, M, T, I, and then T, M, T, M. If I was doing just the right hand. Let's do that one more time. Notice how we're putting the emphasis on a different beat. Instead of going, like you might have seen it on other songs, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So on that one, I'm doing the slide on the 1 and the 3 and the pull off. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Notice how we've basically inverted that. We're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So we switched those slides to the 2 and the 4, the slide and the pull off, instead of the 1 and the 3. So that's a little interesting variation. Notice how that lines up with the melody there. This 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy right there. You're not singing that right on the downbeat. That comes in a little bit late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 is a little too heavy. So it's not right on the downbeat because it's just a little too square that way. So we're letting that first beat take up with a roll basically. And then we're emphasizing that note on beat 2. It's just a small thing, but it brings out the melody a little bit stronger. Watch if I play it the other way. So it's not wrong, it's not bad, but it just doesn't imply the melody quite as rhythmically. The pitches are still the same, but we're not getting the rhythm of the melody there. So I'll play it the other way. We're just emphasizing those melody notes a little bit different. So measure 3 is a really good one to look at. Again, we took a simple lick and just inverted it a little bit to make the melody come out a little bit stronger. Okay, one more time. Here's the first 3 measures. And I will say on measure 3, you could also play it the straight way, so doing the slide at the beginning if you wanted to create a variation. So that's another thing you could do. You could also do some of those variations in measure 2 that we were talking about with the different rolls. This is a great tune to have a bunch of different ways to play it. You're going to see this song a lot in jam sessions, and it's a great song to have multiple breaks to.